Pre-boarding. Attention in the boarding area for Flight 2259 with direct service to Minneapolis-St. Paul. We will begin pre-boarding in a few moments. But before we are able to do that, we would like to ask if there are any passengers who are able to take the next flight out, which leaves 20 minutes after our flight. Please see me at the podium. We are in need of 4 volunteers for this flight. 10 minutes passed before the next announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. As a reminder, we are in need of 3 additional volunteers who are able to take the next flight to Minneapolis-St. Paul. As an incentive, we are offering $100 to be used on your next flight with us at First Air. Once again, we thank you for flying with us at First Air. The sooner we have those volunteers, the sooner we can begin pre-boarding. Thank you for your cooperation. 5 minutes elapsed. Attention, ladies and gentlemen. We are still in need of 2 volunteers to take a later flight into Minneapolis. We are offering a cash incentive of, microphone clicked off for a second, dollars and a free upgrade to business class on Flight 2279 to Minneapolis-St. Paul, approximately 20 minutes after our flight leaves. In the terminal, there was a bit of murmuring about the incentive. Nobody quite heard it or saw her mouth the words because she had her head down. A man and his wife walked to the podium and said, "We'll take you up on this." He handed the ticket to the agent, who began entering their information into the system. New tickets printed out, as did a check from First Air Airlines. "Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Renfrey, you're all set. Thank you." Mr. Renfrey looked over his tickets and did a double take at the check. He looked back at the agent. She smiled and winked. Mr. Renfrey walked slowly to a spot with 2 empty seats and casually passed the check over to his wife. She gasped and looked up at her husband and back at the agent, who had the microphone in her hand and a smile on her face as she made the next flight announcement. Sitting down, Mr. Renfrey said, "Interesting. Now I know why the company just filed for bankruptcy protection." "Really? First Air?" "Mm-hmm. Giving away $2,000 like that is certainly no way to run a company. But I'm not complaining.